Let me just repeat the intro again. So, hi, welcome everyone to this webinar. We are doing a webinar today on a very interesting topic and in terms of very new thing, which is neo banking, ba- branchless banking, also you can say in very simple words. So, how are neo banking helping businesses to go online to address to their financial needs, their banking needs, and there are other solutions also which these banks are providing. Today I've got Dina Jacob from Bank Open. She is a co-founder and CFO at Bank Open. A little bit more about her profile. She is a fellow chartered accountant and she's got a prior experience with Taxi for Sure, with Tabzo, Jansar, and also EY. And today we will discuss in terms of how Bank Open is helping businesses to go digital with its innovative fintech solutions. And also we will discuss in terms of how neo banking will impact businesses in their financial needs and fintech needs post COVID-19. So with this, I welcome Dina. Thanks for taking out time and joining. I know it's a very difficult situation for you. You have been busy in calls a whole day. I know that, and thanks for taking out time. So we need to understand the first thing in terms of how your company is helping businesses, small and medium-sized businesses in their banking needs, and what are the products you are offering at this point of time.
Sure. Thanks a lot for that sweet introduction, and very happy to be on this webinar doing with you and telling to the audience about what our product is and how we can help as a neobank small businesses. So, though initially we started off as a neobank for the focusing on the SMBs, today across the spectrum of businesses we do help through all of our products. So, let me give an intro about how we started and what are the kind of products it evolved into. So, give you a overview of what exactly a neobank is. As Alok mentioned, it is a branchless, or rather a bank completely digital, which without going to a branch, typically you can pretty much do all kind of banking transactions at the comfort of your desk, and it can't be more relevant than kind of times we are in today, right? So initially in 2017, when we started our journey, the way in which it started for us when we came together, three of my co-founders, they come from the fintech, serial entrepreneurs in fintech, and working very closely with SMEs for over a decade and a half. And I have spent my last couple of decades, close to a couple of decades of my career as a finance professional and taking care last 10 years particularly in the startup ecosystem, right from very small scale to a different scale of various businesses in various industries. And that's when what we realized is that from both our sides, what we realized is the kind of struggle you go through and the kind of time you spend in terms of putting together the payment stack to the recording, and how much of a struggle it is to finally come to a conclusion on what is your real cash flow that you're sitting on, right? So that's when we realized, entrepreneurs should be focusing much more on their time on running the business and much less on the banking and the payments and the compliance and all of those kind of aspects. So while we figured out the fundamental issue, or rather fundamental area where you can find out what is your cash flow is your current account or the business account to which all your money flows in and from where all your money goes out. And while you would have various other things like a payment gateway or a POS or a QR or a cash, whatever, through whichever mode you collect or pay out, what we figured out is if we have a mechanism of identifying and understanding from there and translating that into various other systems, it would be a lot easier. And that is a precise system wherein things are broken in terms of half of the things happen through physical touch points, and half of the rest of the things doesn't have a complete seamless digital journey. Then you have to put together various things. So our journey started with a completely digital current account way back in 2017, and that had features attached to it in terms of making your life easy for an entrepreneur. Accounts payable and accounts receivable, the biggest two components of your business wherein maximum banking transactions happen, right? So that's how the journey started. And we were in 2017 mid, we started working on this concept in 2017, and we were out in the market with the first product in the beta phase. And when we opened it up to the public during that time, we had very good traction, even with the limited APAR solutions and the banking solutions we have given. But what was getting more and more evident was that Indian businesses would need a full-fledged current account. So we launched our second version in 2018, or towards the end of 2018, wherein it had features added to it. Apart from APAR, we also had an automated bookkeeping. We had Tally plugins attached to it, and we had invoicing. Of course, from the beginning, it was there as a part of your AP and the AR, and the entire payout as well as paying solutions, including payment gateways, bank transfers, name about all kind of digital mode. You could do that while also opening a full-fledged current account almost completely digital. So this is a solution we started with, and from the journey from that time to today, we start we service on our direct platform to the SMEs, about 4.5 lakh SMEs, close to 5 lakh in fact, and we have upwards of at any point in time, a cumulative lot that we hold is around $1 billion, and annualized transactions what we process is around 12 billion. So that's the kind of growth we have seen in the last 1 year. Why I'm talking about these numbers is mainly on the kind of adoption, to just give you a sense on the adoption that we have seen from the SMEs. And when we talk about the SMEs today, we have all kind of, a wide spectrum of businesses we cater to, right from a small freelancer, or rather, a freelancer who would have a business requirement of raising a invoice, which would be a small ticket or a big ticket once in 2 or 3 months as the work gets completed and receiving the payments, to guys who would be like, applauding and doing transactions upwards of 100 crore every day. So that's a kind of spectrum. And the products today that we have are, as I mentioned, the full-fledged current account with around 18 plus banks in India we work with. Neobanks, again, what I forgot to mention is that neobanks don't come with a full-fledged license. That may or may not, but in the Indian scenario, you would understand that nobody can, go ahead and become a bank upfront, and neither we have the requirement to. So what we do is we partner with it. This is a rare combination, the synergy that we put in terms of, partner with banking entities, regulated entities, in terms of taking specific license, and then building the tech around it, which becomes completely the processes and the user journey and the way in which it is rendered is completely redefined to make businesses user friendliness for the businesses. That's what we do. So currently we have started with current account, which again has got all kind of pay in and payout options, right from your RTGS to NEFT to IMPS, UPI, interoperable QR, and then you have all kind of net banking, card options enabled, wallet enabled. So you have an entire integrated pay in and payout solution. Also imagine a case like, you have hundreds of payout business having, a classic example is if you take a business with say around dealing with 10,000 farmers in a day, right? If you want to make a payout to them on a regular basis, imagine you going and having, if you have multiple accounts in multiple places or single place from a single bank, to make that kind of bulk payout. If you have a solution as simple as you just download or connect to your system, push it out into a single place, click of a button, it goes out. It's as simple as that, our bulk payout option. The same thing for if you want to have a collection, for example. So if you want to raise a quick collect link, it is just a matter of uploading a few details and a simple Excel columns that you have to fill in 3 or 4 columns, upload, and a link comes which you can just send it out through the platform itself to all the people who have to pay you. And the beautiful part is that anybody who's running a business will understand what the kind of difficulty in reconciling what went out and what came in, right? Against which invoice, against which party, who paid you. So what happens is that gets completely automated. So what comes in as well as what goes out again from a technology front, we show you a kind of on the platform there is a kind of aging analysis, a data report, receivables report, payable report, all of them which can be managed on that. Sending reminders, for example, so entire workflow can be managed on that. So ultimately, there's a dashboard which gives you a boss view of everything. If you have multiple bank accounts, you can connect all your bank accounts on the same platform, have a boss view, and look at what are the kind of situation on each to plan your treasury. All of that becomes easy for you. Then we have cards, credit card, debit card, and prepaid also attached with the expense management solution attached to it, which you can and the biggest feature within the card itself is like a virtual card that you can generate also. Assume you have a department who has to have a regular usage of certain stuff on online matters, right? Instead of giving a physical card to them, you can just generate for a particular vendor and a limit you can assign and give a virtual card to them, and that gets automatically tracked and taken into consideration through the expense management solution on the categorization. To add to all of this, as you do all of these, again, the transactions are automatically recorded in the backend in the automated bookkeeping solution.
That's great. That's great, and that was very comprehensive. So I've got Arun. He's got few queries. I think at this point of time, Arun, let me just enable your voice. So Arun, your voice is enabled. You have a couple of queries if you can ask right now.
Dina, very nice service. I checked your website and this looks quite exciting. One of the questions that I have is, are any banks providing API access to the users, the account holders, or you have to go through a service like yours only?
See, the thing is like, Arun, what happens is for the API infrastructure also, it all depends on, there are host-to-host services which are, there are few banks which would have, very few, which would have certain API accesses which are being provided, right? But for our kind of platform, what happens is, yes, I was coming to that as a product also. All the kind of suites that we have mentioned about, it is not about the plain banking APIs we provide to you. It is about there are a lot of tech in the wrappers which go around on top of that, which makes it much more user friendly and usable from a customer's perspective. So that is a USP that we bring, and that is precisely why all of these banks are working with us also as a gateway. So this is where, API banking, all of the modules which I mentioned, one is Open.money, which is like a kind of comprehensive end-to-end platform one can use as such. Second is also each of these are available in API. For example, you just want to take the API for the bulk upload and you just want to connect it to your business systems, to connect the different pipes and create a particular solution for you, available for that. I mean, that's also available. So that's the API part as a backing as a service that we provide also.
How can we try your service? Is it possible to do a personal account linkage and try out the paperwork and other things, or we definitely need to have a current account linked only?
Current account is a must, Arun, right now, and any of the partner banks, so you can go to Open.money just to test out, and if you have any partner bank, particularly, currently ICICI is also enabled. So if you have a ICICI current account, for example, you can just go link it. It just doesn't take more than a minute for you, and then you can test out all the features as such instead of opening a new current account also.
So Dina, just one follow-up question. So if I have multiple current account with ICICI Bank, can I connect everything into one account and I can start making payments also from that?
Yeah, you can do that. It's just a one-time connect. It will be just under a minute. It takes, just like connecting your internet banking credentials as a one-time, and after that it is continuously, the entire functionalities will be available for you. You can use which account, from which account you want to trigger the transaction also.
So do I need to again add beneficiaries there in your platform, or the earlier added beneficiaries will also work?
No, so the beneficiary addition on our platform will have to be done.
Okay.
So, beneficiary addition, it is a very simple addition usually that happens from a beneficiary perspective. So it is a very a plus sign. You can even do a bulk upload also for that matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arunji, do you have any other queries?
Yes, I was wondering if you have a sandbox kind of an arrangement where I can see a demonstration of how the whole thing works, because one of the important issues will be, I understand you must be very reliable, but as a typical business owner, we will have security implications because things will be going through your account. So, and if I connect, and we are also talking about payments outgoing, so I will always have a concern that one of your team members can hack into it and make payments from our current account. So, how do you tackle this security thing? How do you reassure us? A, and B, is there a sandbox kind of arrangement where I can try out the whole thing, or at least a demonstration of the service?
So Arun, good question. In fact, let me touch upon our security features as well. So this is as secure as a banking environment can be. So we are an ISO 27001 as well as a PCI DSA certified entity. So all our processes, all our the systems, everything is completely ensure it is secure, as well as you would imagine if we have to work with 18 plus banks within India, right? We go through regular audits and all kind of. So it's not like a completely unregulated or a security concern entity. So that is just to give you an answer on a very high level. And while I would also love to understand, maybe it's a good idea to take it offline as well. Would love to understand what kind of business use case you are looking at to suggest a few options, because API is also there, which you can just take and use that. Open.money, you can also look at link. If you have one of the partner bank accounts, you can just link and go ahead and figure out how things are, which assuming you have a current account in a partner bank, which is not so widely used also, right? Which will be the quickest thing for you to just go ahead and look at it. But otherwise, if it is an API use case you are looking for, we can definitely connect and talk about that too.
So I don't want to hog the entire webinar. So what I'll do is probably get your connect from Alok and then get in touch 1:1. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. So, Dina, do we need to have a current account? You already said that you need to have a current account, but for small businesses, for freelancers, they also need to open a current account, or there are any other options to do it?
So current account, why we see the fundamental question of whether we need to open a current account or not also arises from the fact that earlier it used to be a very tedious process, right? So that is something which we make it as a very, very seamless process, because in whichever case, even if it is a digital account, what happens is the basic KYC is extremely important, right? So the once you do that much, and that is pretty much the kind of effort you have on our platform in terms of once you get the user registration done, which is a under 5-minute process. So I wish I could just take you through that. It is a very, very seamless process, and that is something which we have been getting a lot of customer love on the journey that they go through. So once you upload that, you pretty much end up having a current account, because with the partner banks, the SLEs, and the way in which we have created the network and the swiftness with which it happens almost totally digitally is the USP that we bring. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we're talking about the neobank, right?
So the next question which I have from someone is that, so you need to have an underlying bank account for this. If I have to go and onboard on your system, or can I directly go and onboard your system as a startup? I register and I directly go to you. And can you help me to set up an account with your partner banks?
Yes, so new account opening is something which there are two options. One is linking any of the partner bank accounts, or if you are a very fresh startup, first time you never had a current account, you want to start a current account, it can just happen on our platform, as I mentioned, as a almost fully digital process, in fact. So that is given. We will get that done, and that is precisely where a lot of businesses, I mean, during this COVID-19 time, as we see, we have seen, even without doing so much of marketing, spending so much of marketing dollars and all of that, right? We were able to get quite a lot of inbound as well, because that's where we figured out companies are trying to find out what are the options to go fully digital, especially in terms of banking and other tools to run your business. I mean, this is when you literally sat on if this has been something which you have been putting it aside for some time, going fully digital on banking, this could be a backburner in the normal situation. But now it has become a push, or rather COVID has become a catalyst for the whole thing. That's what we see. And that's precisely where we get a whole bunch of companies which are newly incorporated and coming to us. It's a very seamless process, and that is where we get found the maximum for opening a current account.
And do you have partner banks in foreign countries also? So if I have an account in Singapore, in US, can I also integrate those accounts?
Not right now, but what we have is also a solution to accept and pay for the international transactions. So especially
Hmm.
this is primarily focused on the freelancer community. So that's there. Cross-border payment part is also there.
Okay, okay. And do you have checkbooks for your system, or it has to be online only?
So checkbooks, that is what this is a totally, a current account which you get, be it ICICI, be it, SBI, or whichever bank you're opening the account on a platform, it will behave like a proper current account.
Okay,
If you get a checkbook, all of that of the, the account, everything related to a normal current account that you have, you will get along with this as well.
okay,
That's
okay.
what I mentioned, even the cards that we issue, for example, and they will also have a lot of the benefit is that we have a app store hub circle, which is like a membership. So there are a lot of other benefits which come to the SMEs. We're putting together the community and the ecosystem effect together as
Hmm,
well.
hmm,
The
hmm, hmm,
advantage, I mean, the value added service on the entire thing, which takes care
hmm.
really of it. So the way in which you have to think about this product is as one is the payment stack, which usually should get connected to your recording, reporting compliances, which is, GST, tax, and when it comes to all of those kind of the tools and everything. And then you have the hub, which again, helps you with essential things like looking at your looking at finding buyers, or rather, other services that you can figure out for running your business, essential business services. And then we have the app store, which includes things like tally plugin, or essential services, or essential other things which you would be requiring. In the hub, you will also have things like expert opinion, which you can take from, maybe be it a legal, be it a IP provision, be it, the tax advisory. So they will have experts whom you can find there to take help on that too. So technically, if you come on the platform, all of these pieces are taken care.
It's like a community for SMEs and startups and MSME.
Exactly. Which takes care of all this end to end, including banking, again, lending and wealth management, and whatever is required for insurance as well. For example, COVID related insurance is something which we have come up. So there are a whole lot of, products which are relevant and required for businesses. We keep on looking at, what's the community requiring, and give it back to them.
Okay, okay, that's great. Little bit more on the accounting part. So how are you helping businesses to get the books of accounts and bookkeeping? Are you integrating with Tally or QuickBooks or some other softwares, or I mean, how the process works?
So fundamentally, we have our own automated bookkeeping, because in the bookkeeping, what we have also found, which is a challenge for entrepreneurs, is that one transaction happens somewhere, both, cash transactions as well as any kind of invoice, accounting, all of that, which again you will have to figure out from somewhere and key it into another system, right? And then
Hmm,
it talks about debit and the credit, and which technically the entrepreneur need not understand so well. So either it goes to somebody who is an expert who will do it, or it has to be done by a set of people who are sitting with them, right? So here what we do is that, there again you might appreciate the fact that when you're taking an expert advisory service also, you need to still give them the data in certain format. That also takes time. So what we do is, we have an automated bookkeeping system, wherein if you are adding a customer, for example, a bulk upload of 100 customers happened, and you have all of them categorized into from whom you are getting revenue, and you have certain categorization or a segmentation given for a customer. The sales come from a SaaS, or this case sales come from a textile segment, whatever, right? So that gets captured in the system, in the database, and automatically when any kind of invoice happens for them, the recording happens in the backend.
yeah, yeah.
And the same thing.
I I think there's so much of interest in your product, so many queries we are getting. I think one day we have to do a demo.
Very happy to do
So
that.
I think Manish is from Singapore, and he has some queries in terms of if there is some issue with the bank, do they call the main bank, or they call your bank? Let me just enable him. Just a second. Just a second. Manish, hi Manish, how are you? I've just enabled you. You can speak.
Hi. So if there is an issue with or clarification is needed, one needs to call Open, or one needs to call the main bank, or there's an option to call either.
So, Manish, to answer your questions, I'll take it in two parts. So, one, as much as you are a current account, so it is not only about the bank which our product is about, right? When you come on a platform, there is a bank which interacts, or rather, in the back end, or to the extent of there is a current account, there is a bank which is providing, and then you have a payment gateway which we would be providing, or whichever bank, right? And there is a card, and there are multiple services. The underlying thing would be, some would be full stack from our end, some would be from some of the service providers, right? So it depends on what kind of transaction. When it comes to banking, let me take that specifically. So if it is something related to, you have opened an account on our platform, or you have done any transaction through our platform, then we'll be the first point of contact. We will definitely, take it up, look at the issues which are there, and then try and resolve it with the bank. And if there is any, that doesn't mean that it prevents you from calling the bank, but we will be the first point of contact when it comes to the a transaction which you have done on the platform. Assuming at the same time, for the same current account, you would be doing transactions other than probably a check or whatever, right? So that goes directly to the bank, because that's not a platform.
Thank you.
Right.
Thanks, Manish.
Okay.
So, Dina, moving forward to the current situation wherein, because of the COVID, we are facing massive challenge, and most of the banks, it's very difficult for someone to visit the branch.
Yeah.
So how is your bank specifically helping MSME startups and small businesses to do banking at this time? You were saying that there are many startups who have opened bank account through you. So if you could just share more information on in terms of how your bank is helping at this point of time during the COVID situation, and helping small and medium-sized businesses.
So, good question. So, what we have found is, one, initially I mentioned about the open door money, which fundamentally, if you are floating a business right now, or you were trying to look at, we had classic so many cases wherein they have been trying to work with the banks, and then the physical documentation, sending it out to the branch, getting it collected, all of that became a roadblock in terms of going ahead with a new current account, for that matter, right? Those are one side of the users, a lot of users that we have seen during this particular time, wherein we help them open digital current accounts. And then when it comes to second category is also the existing, like, they already have a current account, but at the same time, so far it had been the convenience of, placing a letter for the NEFT or RTGS bulk transactions. All of that used to happen because the branch was next door to their business, and they just could pull it off very quickly, right? Those are the kind of businesses started looking for suddenly in this current condition, while you're working from home, all of that, right? This kind of situations and practices, processes poses a challenge for you to move ahead. And these are the areas wherein we have seen quite a lot of interest coming in. And the third aspect is also like sector specific neobanking solutions, be it the very booming sectors which we are seeing during the COVID-19 times, right? Most of the businesses which were not even on the digital platforms were forced to go completely online, right?
Yeah.
So we started innovating quite a lot on, or rather, we already had the fundamental building blocks, and then we started putting together that as a particular segment based neobanking solutions with a specific value added. It might be a small feature, a small additional function which is required for them particularly. So those are the areas which we were able to innovate very, very nicely with businesses. And that's when, API banking, to come back to Arun also, API banking became a huge hit with the evolved SMEs, because we started taking this APIs, and we have very standard API keys that we can provide for all of these solutions that are available. It becomes extremely convenient for them to take it and consume, put it into their business systems, and tie in. Technically, this is like tying your current account or a bank to completely reconcile to your business system, to your accounting system, right? All the three thread, they are able to put it so beautifully together. And this has never been a need so heightened in the prior, though this is kind of priority for everyone, right? From a whole host of prioritization also, it could be like one portion you try to automate, the next portion you leave it for a later stage. And suddenly during this period, everything became a priority to go completely digital. So
Yeah, that's great. So I just got a query on Facebook. So there is a startup now. They have a current account with a different bank, and this lockdown happened suddenly and the checkbooks and everything is in office, they don't have the transaction password to transact through the current account. So can they connect and start doing transaction through your system, or do they need to have something more to do that?
No, so the net banking, the question is net banking availability is not there for them currently.
Okay.
No, the question is,
So net banking is there, but transaction authorization is not there. So they have the login in net banking, but they can't transact through their online banking. So there are two parts. One is the view option, and then is the transaction and the payment option.
to have the authorization option. How it happens is, how it is. So the authorization option for whatever login would be exactly the same as a security from a security perspective, what we have launched with the bank, right? So that will follow the same way, because the authorized signatory, all of those fundamental principles remain the same, because that is a huge security concern otherwise, right? So that cannot be the case. Alternatively, you could also go for a quick, obviously the problem will be that funding the account, but quickly opening a new account and going ahead and transacting is another option. But that being said, yes, funding would be a problem. But if you don't have the authorization on the base bank and that cannot be connected, it cannot be done on our platform either.
Okay.
Fundamentally, this is a core banking system, which, especially when it comes to current account, right? So there is a security layer of the banking layer which goes there, and then we pull that and enable this transaction. So from a security authorization perspective, it will be mapped exactly the same way. And we also have on open as well the same kind of multi-user flows, which will help you. The authorizer will be one. You can create more views, which can be like, the maker checker kind of, and you can have just view access, and this is across the functionalities that we give.
Okay. So that's very helpful. Dina, so I was just going through, in future, are you also seeing mortgage and loans product also coming up through your platform? Will that also become a reality?
Yes. So we already have a closed beta running for the lending. So lending is the next big thing that would be coming, and so that is a natural extension, or rather natural part of the entire cash flow treasury, all included, right? So the wealth management and lending are the two things which we are coming up with. Already, I would say that it's in a closed beta. It is already there, and we'll be opening up very soon for the. So there again, productization is going to be the most important USP that we're coming up with.
Yeah. So with COVID, what are the other things which you feel that will help neo banking, and what is the behavioral change which you feel will happen in the banking industry in general and specific to your bank, how your bank will get benefit or add features in future? I mean, where do you see neo banking in next maybe 18 months? I know it's fast tracked everything. As you were saying that many traditional businesses and MSME would have not used your bank, or would have still used traditional businesses, banks, but now because of closed down and everything, it has fast tracked everything. So where do you see this in next 18 months?
So the best part is that there's a whole lot of collaboration that is happening within the sector right now. The entire fintech system as a whole, and even the financial services industries for that matter. So we see quite a lot of both banks as well as financial services companies and even fintech companies coming ahead and suggesting valuable solutions which we can work together on. Like, it's a huge collaborative effort, I would say.
Yeah.
Bank side, they have been servicing this clientele for such a long time, and they know the real, all kind of pinpoints, what is required, how it needs to be how it needs to be done. And when they see capabilities in terms of looking at the pinpoints and solutioning, and as a product thinking which is coming in, and that can be worked upon their system, and craft that entire, redefine the entire process, there's a whole lot of synergy which is happening within the system. So that's a very good sign, wherein we will see quite a lot of new products coming up. I mean, not only the new products, but sector specific as well as SMEs as a sector being focused upon. Earlier in banking, and more so, understandably more so, right, for the banks, it will be more of solutioning happening for the corporate part of it, and then SMEs, it's like the usual solutions which are available. But now there is a collaborative effort to bring that as a very focused, solution oriented system to the SMEs. So that's going to be a game changer, because this is a segment so far which was not disrupted so well. And when the biggies are also there to disrupt along with, to join hands, it's a huge thing. Unlike what we used to see some 2.5 years back, wherein it was more like an apprehension, what exactly is the additional value add which could come from this, and what is the whole proposition in the whole thing. That has changed. That mindset has changed to, let's collaborate, there is merit in it, kind of.
Yeah. So are government banks also collaborating with you?
Yeah, we have PSUs as well. Yes.
Okay. I think with this, I have run out of time, and thanks for joining in today. I think we have to do a demo sometime very soon, because there are a lot of queries, and I think most of the queries which I am having now need to be addressed offline.
Yep.
So I would request for an offline demo, and there are many clients of ours who would be interested to get onboarded on your bank. So
Sure.
that's a great opportunity. With this, I thank you again for taking out time and joining, and stay safe. And we hope that we will all come out of this situation very soon. Are you working from home or office?
Me, I'm from home.
Okay, because some of my friends in Bangalore, they have started going to office from couple of days. So
We took a call wherein we'll just wait and watch how things are around.
I think there is spike in number of cases in India in last 24 hours. So the worry is still there.
Right.
So let's hope we will come out of this situation soon. And as I said, that I will get in touch with you to arrange for an demo, and also see what more we can do.
Sure.
Thanks Dina for joining in, and thanks everyone for joining in, having so many of queries. Thanks Arun, Manish, and many of the other people who have joined in on Facebook also. And stay safe, stay healthy, and bye till the time we join again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank